You have learned about different types of always block and their use in the previous sessions, and now it's time to look at some examples and see the circuits generated by them. Here is a general-purpose always block with an if statement in it, and think about the circuit generated this code. Its inferred sensitivity list will be variables enable, A and B. The code says if enable is high, Y will be equals A, and B otherwise. It will be a combinational circuit consists of logic gates, that propagates A to Y, when enable is high, and B otherwise. Here is that circuit. Now if you use the Systemverilog specific always_com block instead of always, the output will be the same this. Then the software tools need not to go through the code and decode it, in order to identify the type of circuit. Now let's slightly modify the code within the always block. Assume that by mistake, you forgot to add the else part of the if statement in the program. Still you expect it to be a combinational circuit with these logic gates, but in practice, that is not the case. If you go through the code it says make a circuit that changes whenever enable, or A, is changing, and assign A to Y, when enable is high. In other words, this description don't says about any changes to Y, when enable is low. Thus the synthesizing software will decode it as, keep the value of Y as same, when enable is low. This is nothing but a latch, which will change its output when enable is present, and stores it otherwise. Thus, instead of combinational circuit, it resulted in a sequential circuit with a latch. If you use always_com instead of always in the same case, the software tool can issue an error or warning, because it is detecting a sequential circuit generated within a combinational construct always_com. This is why you should use the specific construct for combinational, latch and flip-flops. In this example, if your actual intention was to generate a latch, you should ideally use the always_latch block instead of always and always_com.